Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Munce Report. It's an exciting time of year as the Winter Carnival is upon us, and the stable has 3 horses contesting some of the weekend's big stakes races this weekend. Trainer Chris Munce joins us to bring us all the latest news on those runners, as well as the rest of the team. Welcome, mate. A big weekend of racing ahead. How is the team heading into the big Winter Carnival?
Yeah, g'day, Adam. No, I'm really pleased with how they're all starting to warm up heading into this important time of year, particularly the young horses. I mean, I thought Everlast ran out of his skin first up last weekend at Doomben to just narrowly get run down by a race-fit horse on the day. And, I think that this weekend we'll see Military Gambler and Bedini's Girl go around, and they're probably the young brigade, along with Stampy, are probably our main flag bearers for this winter.
Yeah, it is an exciting time, and it's a long carnival, so it's good to see you're firing with 3, as we mentioned, 3 runners in stakes races this weekend, which we'll get into in a moment. But racing for the weekend gets underway at the Sunshine Coast on Friday night, where Widespread resumes for his big group of owners. He's back at the track in the trip where he won on debut for the stable last prep, and also ran a nice third in a recent trial behind some serious horses, didn't he, in Vega 1 and Tyzone?
Yeah, his trial was really good the other day, Justin Radin. He got back and he made ground late, which was encouraging to see. He's just drawn a little bit tricky there tomorrow night, and we elected to go with Madeline Wishart just to try and help him with a bit of weight relief. He'll still carry 59 kilos, but just hoping that she's able to get a relatively conservative run the first half of the race without getting too far out of the ground. And I'm sure Widespread will wind up and make up nice ground late.
Yeah, okay. He does obviously have the big weight of 60.5 there, doesn't he? So hoping the weight relief makes a difference. You did have 3 other acceptors for the Sunshine Coast in Superis, Jabala Gold and Polisipan, but at this stage looking like they're heading elsewhere, and we'll talk about them when we get into the other meetings in a minute. All right, well, the big meeting at Eagle Farm on Saturday, week 1 of the Queensland Winter Carnival. So let's welcome in John Bird from Unibet to bring us all the prices and the latest offers. Okay, welcome, John. You're no doubt gearing up for an action-packed weekend for the start of the Winter Racing Carnival this weekend.
Yes, we are. It's good to see Queensland get the spotlight for the oncoming winter period.
Sure is. So let's get into that preview. Chris and the Munce Racing team, 4 acceptors at Eagle Farm and some big guns stepping out here. The first of those being in race 6, which is the listed Dalrello Stakes. 2 runners engaged here in Military Gambler and Bedini's Girl. Military Gambler, of course, is the informed colt who has a win and a narrow second to his name from his past 2 starts. And Glenn Boss aboard. How's he travelling, Chris?
He's done really well, Adam. I put him out for a short freshen after his last start, narrow defeat. I thought he raced very well that day. He was just a bunny for the eventual winner, and I thought he got lost as well the last 100 metres. So he had a week in the paddock and just to freshen up back to the 1,000 metres, and he's done really well. So from a good draw, I think Glenn should be able to get the right sort of run, and I'm hoping that he's going to be strong late.
Yeah, obviously good to have Bossy aboard. And then Justin Huxtable, who usually partners up with Military Gambler, he's riding Bedini's Girl, who's your other runner in the race. Obviously a talented filly who won well on debut last preparation and returns from a spell here. She also jumped out on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, she's a very good filly. And I think it was a very tough decision for Justin, but I mean, he realises that she's got a full winter of racing ahead of her, whereas Military Gambler, if for whatever reason he doesn't perform on Saturday or we're not happy with him, he'll probably go for a break. But it's not as if he was having the choice of a maiden and a horse that was going to struggle. Like, they're 2 very good gallopers, and it was a very difficult decision for him to have to make.
Yeah, sure. And her jump out on Tuesday, obviously you didn't want a gut buster, but you were happy with that performance just leading into this?
I thought she finished off really nicely. Yeah, she got back and was able to rally late and finish off late, which I would think that she will probably do something similar because of her barrier. She'll probably race something similar on Saturday.
Okay. All right, John. Well, obviously two talented youngsters here, but obviously it is a talented field as well. So talk us through the prices for both Military Gambler and Bedini's Girl.
Military Gambler is a $6 chance this Saturday, and Bedini's Girl is a $12 chance. And once again, we've got the Sydney form coming up, and they form the favourite with a Shima at $3, $3.80 a Shima. So yes, the Queenslanders have all got good form around each other. Just hope we can take the New South Wales horses on and try and beat them.
Yeah, sure. Well, you alluded to that aspect last week with Everlast. You know, as in without the Sydney form, he would have been a lot shorter price. And anyway, he did run well, as Chris touched on earlier in the show. So it'd be interesting to see how they measure up here. We then move over to race 8, which is the other feature race, the Group 2 Victory Stakes, where Stampy, the popular fellow who races for Phil Gutsky and Mal Schumacher in the famous Tulloch colours, he also jumped out during the week. Chris, are you happy with how he is heading into this first up assignment?
Yeah, well, I thought Stampy's trial on Tuesday was quite good. I mean, I think that he'll take a lot of benefit out of it, and he'll probably take even more benefit out of Saturday's race as well. He's an older horse now and probably needs a little bit of racing under his belt. Plus, we've never really had him under weight for age standard of racing either. So it's all a bit new, but the horse himself is going extremely well.
Yeah, well, it'll be a big day for Phil and Mal. They're, of course, involved with Military Gambler as well as part of the ownership group there, and then bred Stampy and own him outright. So good luck to the guys there. John, what can you tell us? Stampy's obviously lining up in a pretty competitive field here.
Yeah, Stampy, by going to weight for age this time in his career, is giving away 4 or 5 kilos. But on that, he's got good potential coming on. And this week we've got him $26 and $5 place.
Yeah, right. I guess that's a sign of just the race he's in, and as Chris said, may need the run first up. So the final runner on the program, race 9, the Informed Centrefire, who's an informed mare looking to make it 3 straight wins here. Steps up from midweek Metropolitan Company. Bobby elicited a ride from Barrier 10. What are your thoughts here, Chris?
Yeah, well, from all media reports, Adam, it's a 1-horse race. Fender's the only horse in the race, and it's going to be impossible for any other horse to be a winning chance. So I don't know. She might have a work cut out there on Saturday, but all I know is that she's done extremely well. We'll have a jockey change too there. Unfortunately, Bobby Lisser can't ride Centrefire, as he rode it the other day, but Larry Cassidy, who's won on her, he'll take over. He's just going to have to be smart from the barrier and ride her how she wants to travel, really. I mean, she's got nice speed, good competitive speed, and he's just going to have to work out where he gets to from the barrier after 100 metres.
Yeah, sure. Okay, John. Well, Chris has obviously laid the scene there with some of the standouts in the betting in the race. But what can you tell us about Centrefire and what sort of value have we got there?
Yes, once again, we're taking on the Sydney Siders, so that usually come up here as favourites. Centrefire this week's $15 and $3.40.
Right, yeah, well, pretty good value there, isn't it, for a horse that's in a rich vein of form. So there you go for anyone wanting a bit of value. All right, John, we'll see if we can have a bit more luck with the Munce Racing Quaddy Club this week. 2 out of the 4 legs and a second in the first leg, so we bombed out there. But hopefully for all the owners that jumped on board there, we can have a bit more luck this week. And what other offers have Unibet got for us for the weekend?
With Chris got starters on Saturday at Eagle Farm and also at Bow Desert, we're going to compile a Chris Munce Racing multi for Saturday, and we'll get those prices published tomorrow afternoon after about 4:30. And that'll be also published with the Quaddy Club details that you'll put through tomorrow for everybody.
Yeah, sure. Very good. Okay, that sounds like a good offer. So we'll know more. We'll narrow it down, and once those prices come out, you guys will send through the offer, and we'll pass that on to the Munce Racing ownership database along with the Quaddy Club numbers on Friday heading into the weekend. So, all right, John. Well, thanks again for the insights, and hopefully we can have a bit more luck this week.
Okay, thanks everybody.
We then move over to Bow Desert on Saturday, where there's one runner lining up in another last start winner, Jabali Gold, who's also looking to make it 3 straight wins for the Hancock's Bloodstock team. Chris Whiteley to ride from Barrier 7. There's the cutest 3-year-old benchmark 62 over the 1400. How's he been since his last win, Chris?
Yeah, well, I mean, this horse just continues to surprise me. I mean, he looks great. He'll parade the pick of the yard, I'm sure, on Saturday, and I can't fault the way that he's going right at this point in time. He's in a good mindset, and he's won his last two. So yeah, looking forward to getting him to the races there on Saturday.
Yeah, good stuff. Sounds like another good race for him, and no doubt the owners will be looking on with interest there. He's obviously in a rich vein of form. We then move over to the Sunshine Coast on Sunday, where there's one runner heading up the M1 in the Class 1 handicap, race 6 over the mile, Valley of Dreams, who went close again last start with another nice second. Larry Cassidy aboard this week in a rider change. And Chris, she's drawn wide, but you think she's another good chance again?
Oh, well, look, she's racing very well, Adam. She's a terribly honest mare. Probably she's going to need an ounce of luck from the barrier, but I'm hoping Larry, he rides Caloundra very well, so I'm hoping that he's able to ride her a bit conservatively and just time his run to a nicety. But she's in good form, and I'm sure that she'll race very well for us there on Sunday.
Okay, well, that's the weekend, but the weekend's longer than usual with the Monday public holiday and the Ipswich meeting, where there are two runners heading to Ipswich. Race 4 is the first of those, Cutis 3-odd maiden plate over the 1350. Seppairis is second up here. Do you think he'll take improvement from his first up run, where he obviously seemed like he was sort of learning what it was all about?
Yeah, well, I mean, he raced very well first up, but he was all over the place like a drunken sailor in the straight. He really didn't know what to do when he hit the front on his own, but he has come on nicely. He looks very fit and well, and I'm pretty hopeful that he's going to be able to get the right sort of run from that barrier, and I'm sure he'll strip a lot fitter for us on Monday.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was a pretty good effort considering, he was still working it out, wasn't it? So good luck to the connections there. The final runner is in race 8, a Class 2 handicap over the 1350. Palaisapan, who we spoke about on the show recently, was an impressive debut winner, steps up to the 1350 metres here. She was also entered for Friday night, but you've elected to go here. Is that more the distance, the 1350 as opposed to the 1400?
Well, I just think it's an easier 1350 than the treacherous 1400 at Caloundra, where it's a very testing 1400, particularly up the hill there at Caloundra. But she's proven that she likes Ipswich. She's drawn a great barrier, Justin will ride her well, and I think that she's a filly that's got a pretty bright future.
Yeah, very good. Of course, that was where the debut win was at Ipswich. So hopefully the run can continue. All right, mate. Well, that's the preview for the weekend. Exciting time with the Winter Carnival kicking off. So good luck to Connections over the weekend, and hopefully you can start the Winter Carnival with a winner.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks very much.